This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
So today, once again, I will give DevOps demo. Please, if you know already old students, please bear with me for one session. And so before I start the demo session, let me introduce myself. I am the trainer for DevOps course. My name is Shivakumar. Okay, I have around 20 plus years of experience. So I started my career as Oracle DBA. That is in the month of June 2003. Later, I shifted to other technologies, but for the past 10 years, I have been on DevOps, Azure Cloud, AWS Cloud, and Azure DevOps and GCP. This is my brief introduction. And in our course, so we are going to cover 7 tools totally. So that is Git, Maven, Jenkins, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, and Kubernetes. So these are the 7 tools that we are going to cover in our course. So when it comes to duration, it is 8 to 10 weeks. Approximately it is 10 weeks, not 9 to 10 weeks. Okay, 10 weeks only. And our sessions will be from Monday to Friday. And the duration of the session is 1 hour, and every session is recorded. And once the session is over, that will be posted in Google Drive and that will be shared with you. Running notes, recording. Okay. And every day you have to open same link. Okay, on the first day itself the link will be shared with you, and that link you have to share, that link you have to share, open every day. Within that link only you are going to get every day recording, notes, and running material. Everything is there. Now to practice our, we are going to have DevOps tools. We use AWS cloud platform. AWS cloud platform. Okay, so for that you need to have one AWS free tier account that is valid for 12 months. You have to create one account. To create this account, you need to have either debit or credit card, and one mobile number is required, and email ID. And once you are keeping these three things ready, okay, so you can have something like console.aws.amazon.com. This is a link actually to create one new AWS account. Our every live sessions will be on AWS cloud only. I will come out from my AWS account. Here, this is a link, actual link. console.aws.amazon.com. This is a link. So just click on this link, and you will be seeing an option called create a new AWS account. Here, this is a place where you can select this option, create a new AWS account. Click on this, and you will be asking some information like what is your email address, what is your account name, what is your debit card number, validity, CVV. Okay, once you are giving these details, okay, so $1 cut from your account just for bank verification, account verification. After 48 hours, the deducted amount will be refunded. Okay, once you are giving all this information, within 10 or 15 minutes your account will be ready, and you can use it for 12 months for free. Okay, so definitely we have to create one free tier account for our DevOps live sessions. Now what exactly DevOps? So actually DevOps is not a technology like C, C++, .NET. It is not a technology. It is a concept. Okay, it is a concept. As per DevOps, a DevOps engineer, okay, must be fulfilling two goals. What are the two goals? One is to reduce the time to release software. How we can reduce the time, that we are going to discuss. And another responsibility is to provide virtual infrastructure. So when I say virtual means it cannot be seen. Okay, so this is the infrastructure that is created in cloud platform. Virtual infrastructure can be your virtual machines which we cannot see. It can be network. It can be database servers. Okay, it can be memory, whatever it may be. It can be virtual machines or network or database servers, whatever it may be. Okay, as a DevOps engineer, we have to provide these infrastructure in an automated way. So these are the two important roles that a DevOps engineer is going to perform. Okay, now when a new project comes to your organization, it can be a .NET project, it can be Java, it can be Python, whatever it may be. Okay, the flow of software will be same. When a new project comes to your organization, first what happens, developers will come into picture. They are going to write code. Developers write code. Not only single developer here, multiple developers will come into picture. They are going to write the code. Now let us understand this flow. So let us see this diagram. And here this is developers area. So not only single developer, multiple developers will come into picture. Okay, they are going to write code from their laptops or PCs. Okay, just for the sake of simplicity, I have taken only two developers example. At the end of the day, every developer is going to submit code into a system called source code management system or version control system. Okay, so version control system or source code management system is a system which is going to maintain history of the code. So it will remember code history and developers history. Everything will be known to this source code management system or version control system. As a part of our course, we are going to learn something about Git. Git is a very popular version control system or source code management system. So other popular tools are there, but for our course, okay, we are going to learn one famous source code management system or code repository called as Git. So we can have different names for this. One is source code management system or version control system or code repository. These are all similar names. Here we are going to learn Git to manage the code that is submitted by various developers. The main functionality of source code management system is to maintain history of the code. It maintains versions. Everything is managed by source code management system. Here code is available here, but code cannot be executed directly by system, right? Code must be converted into some application format, artifact format, package format. So to build our code, to convert the code into some application format, okay, as a part of our course, we are going to learn Maven. Maven is a build tool for Java projects. Okay, so Maven is going to compile the code, it is going to test the code. Finally, it is going to create artifact. Artifact means that is application that directly which we can run. But we cannot run the code, right? We can run application, we can run the software, but we cannot run the code. So to convert code into some application format, we are going to promote this code into second box that is called as Maven, that is called as build environment. Here build environment will have number of build servers where exactly code is built. Here as a part of our course, we are going to learn Maven as a build tool. So if code is given to Maven, it is going to create artifact. The input for Maven is what? Code. If code is given, the output of Maven is something like jar files or var files, .exe, DLL file. So generally, when I want to download a application, so will they give code or something like application? Application they will give, right? Application is given to me like .exe is okay, installer files, okay, so that is given by websites. Suppose I want to download Chrome browser means code is not given to us, okay. .exe file, installer file or zip file, tar file will be given to us. That is actually executable file. And once my executable file is created, can I use it directly? No, I cannot use it directly. It must be tested thoroughly. To test it, we are going to deploy that artifact into testing environment. It is an automated test environment. Here actual testers will come into picture. They are going to test the code. Okay, they are going to test the code. They are going to apply various test cases like system testing, performance testing, load balancing testing. Okay, many testings are done by testers. So once the testing is okay, so that must be given to actual customer. So to give it to the customer, okay, so the artifact that is deployed into UAT. UAT is another environment where exactly your customer will test your application and will run the application, is going to verify whether this application is running perfectly or not. Okay, once everything is done, okay, what happens here? That will be deployed, that will be promoted into actual live servers. And if the application is deployed in live servers, people from internet will be able to use this live application. Okay. Now, what is your responsibility as a DevOps engineer? Before DevOps days, this process was completely manual. And as a DevOps engineer, you need to create, okay, you need to automate this process. To automate this process, we are going to create something like pipelines. Pipelines means a set of steps that can be automated. A set of steps that can be automated is called as creating pipelines. Now here as a DevOps engineer, we are going to create two types of pipelines. One is a CI pipeline, other one is a CD pipeline. CI stands for continuous integration, CD stands for continuous deployment or continuous delivery. Here So what is mean by CI? Continuous integration. So the process of automating these two areas means whenever code is available in version control system or source code management system, okay, automatic build must be performed. Automatic build must be performed. We should not do any building. So this kind of automation is called as continuous integration. And the process of automating every activity from starting from source code management system to UAT. This one is called as continuous delivery, CD. And that means whenever code is ready, okay, and code must be taken to build environment. From the build environment, artifact will be created, and the artifact must be tested, and artifact will be deployed into UAT. So automation of these four boxes is called as continuous delivery. And if you are able to automate everything from source code management system to production, this environment, this is called as continuous deployment. The difference between delivery and deployment is continuous delivery is deploying your application up to UAT, and continuous deployment delivery is nothing but you're deploying your artifact into UAT. And deployment means, okay, so here everything automation starting from version control system to live environment. This is your continuous deployment. Now to create this kind of pipelines, we are going to use something like a popular tool called Jenkins. Jenkins is a powerful tool that will help us to create CI/CD pipelines. CI/CD pipelines. Now here everywhere we are seeing something like environment, right? Build environment, testing environment, UAT. Everything is environment. Environment means servers. Okay. So for every requirement, I need to have large number of servers. Suppose for building my artifact or to run my artifact, here I need servers, right? I need 50 to 100 servers. But how you can create servers? So if you create servers in a manual way, it takes a lot of time. So as a DevOps engineer, you have to create, okay, you have to provide servers in an automated way. So you can automate the server creation process by using a tool called Terraform. Terraform is a tool, okay, so which can automatically create as many servers as you want. So it can install softwares in as many as servers in a single shot. So you can do it in a manual way, but if you do it in a manual way, it takes a lot of time. But the process of automating this activity, okay, can be done by a tool called Terraform. So what Terraform can do? Terraform can create servers, it can install softwares. And if servers are already there, in my environment, then we can use other tool called Ansible. Ansible cannot create servers, but Terraform can create servers. So Ansible just for configuring softwares. So suppose I have 1000 virtual machines. In 1000 virtual machines, just I want to install Java software and Maven software. Within no time, okay, so your softwares are ready. Within no time, your softwares are installed, okay, in 1000 virtual machines. All you need to do is just executing one simple command, Ansible playbook, okay, all servers will get, okay, that configuration. And in Terraform also, just by giving a small command, Terraform apply, okay, so you can create as many servers as you want in single step. That means the server creation and the software creation process can be automated by using Terraform and Ansible. And nowadays, what happens here? So if you are working as a DevOps engineer, okay, minimum you need to work on 5 to 6 projects. And some projects are running on virtual machines. Some projects are running on containers. Nowadays, containers are very popular because containers takes very less amount of storage, very less amount of space. Okay, that means to minimize resources, to minimize the resource consumptions. Nowadays, people are using containers. Okay, to manage such containers, creating containers, starting containers, stopping containers. Okay, we are going to use two tools majorly, Docker and Kubernetes. So Docker can manage one or two containers, but in production environment, there is a need of managing thousands of containers. Then we cannot use Docker. Then we have to use a orchestration tool called Kubernetes. That means your project runs on virtual machines. We use Terraform and Ansible, and if your projects runs on containers, definitely we are going to use Docker and Docker Kubernetes. Now, when it comes to any DevOps project, any DevOps course, without this CI/CD and containers technology, there is no DevOps course. So when it comes to containers, we are going to learn Docker Kubernetes. And when it comes to CI/CD, we are going to learn, we are going to learn Git, Maven, and Jenkins. And when it comes to IAC, infrastructure as code, we are going to learn something like Terraform. So yeah, these are the very important tools that we have to learn in your DevOps course. And here we have listed out all 7 tools, right? It is not that you have to learn all these tools in a sequence in which I have written. You can start your DevOps journey with any tool. Because before we are going to start Jenkins, we have to know other tools. Like how you can create infrastructure from Terraform, Ansible, Docker, container, that we are going to learn. So it is not that you have to learn DevOps course from Git onwards. So you can start your DevOps course from any tool, because there is no link between one tool and another tool. Okay, you can start with any tool. So is the concept clear? Any questions so far? By tomorrow, if you did not create AWS account, and go and create AWS account today, tomorrow onwards we will see some fundamental aspects on AWS and Linux, which are very much mandatory for our DevOps course. Is it clear, guys? Today you have joined newly, right, Vineet? Is the flow clear completely?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's clear.
So by tomorrow you create AWS free tier account, and we are going to start the practical sessions, like how to create virtual machines, how to log in into that, how to configure softwares, okay, how to set up softwares, and how to enable password based authentication, some fundamental aspects that are required for your DevOps course. We are going to learn, okay, these 3 or 4 sessions. After that, okay, we will start a new tool in the DevOps. So our timings will be 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock means yours 9:30 p.m. CST. Because I have another session, another earlier session. Sometimes what happens here, 5 minutes might be delayed, 8:05, because I already have one session at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8. Okay, so once I complete that session, I will be logging into this session. So it might be delayed by 2 or 3 minutes sometimes, maximum 5 minutes. By tomorrow, if you are ready with AWS accounts, I will show how to create virtual machines, how to log in into that, how to do some essential activities like software installations. Of course, software installation is not our responsibility, but we have to automate the process. Before that, we have to know how to do that in a manual way, right?
Shiva, so are you will be sharing any other handout or any PPT documents too?
Hmm.
Will you be sharing any PPT or uh, soft documents?
Recording, right?
Or besides recording, will you be sharing any other like documents like PPT or any handouts,
You are asking about recording or notes.
notes?
Every day I'm sending notes, right? Every day I will send notes, and if when we complete few topics, then I will be sharing a few material, few PDF files. Because in this
Okay,
stage, if I share the PDF files, it is just like Greek and Latin, because you are not going to understand anything.
got it.
So guys, if no doubts are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we meet at same time to discuss aspects, okay, AWS and Linux essentials that are required for our DevOps course. Is it okay? Shall I stop the session for today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.